I was responding to what was going on. I thought it was appropriate response. They were saying some bullshit. They were like, "You look so mad." It's like your face is just so funny. I was like,
I'm just here.
no, I was just there. At some point, I was just there. Do I need to scoot over? Oh my god.
I'll put you in the frame.
Oh,
You can come over sometimes if you want to.
I need to see my face. My face be talking to my mouth too sometimes. I make sure I'm not crazy. You look great, friend.
Thank you. So sweet.
Natural.
It's nice. All right, friend. You going by Doe tonight?
Yeah.
All right, put your right hand up and your left hand on your word, wherever you decide your word is. All right, just like that. Do you solemnly agree that we have your permission to post this across all of our social media platforms?
Yes.
Is there anything, and I do mean anything, that's off limits you don't want us to ask you about?
No. Yeah, no, we're good, yeah.
If we do ask you something that's off limits, you have to say, you can say no, or let's move on, or
Yes.
let's get it.
Yes.
Okay, literally it's no pressure. I'm your host, Bangem Bugg.
It's your girl, Just K for real.
And we got a special guest.
It's me. It's Doe.
Okay.
Okay, so tell everybody where you originally from.
I'm from Mississippi. My family moved after Hurricane Katrina, and I was technically raised up here, like elementary, high school, and then I went to college in Birmingham. But yeah, I'm from Mississippi.
You seem really young.
Yeah, I'm 20. I'm turning 26 in September.
Okay. But you're younger than that.
That's what he said. He said, "Look, I was in high school."
She was like, you don't look like you're in high school.
Well, because I hear people say that. I'm like, well, obviously I'm not in high school, but it's like,
okay.
I would prefer like, oh, you look mature. It's like, okay, cool. Like, it's better than saying like, oh, you look like a kid. I'm like, I know.
You're going to appreciate that when you old.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
But it's like,
when you still getting carded, you're going to be like, oh, thank you.
It's just funny though. Like, I guess my age is not that big a deal to me. Because it's like, we're supposed to age. You know, we're supposed to get older. We're supposed to show signs of atrophy. That's just natural. So it's like, I feel like I've accepted that, but obviously society has something about getting older. Like, we want to be immortal, and that's why we do things that establish a legacy for ourselves. But it's like, getting older shouldn't be something that we fear. It should be something that we embrace. So it's like, I feel like when people see me, they're like, oh, she's the epitome of youth or something. I don't know. It's like, oh, she's so young. She looks so young. It's like, I want that. It's like, I don't.
So you want me to look old?
No, not even. I don't even want to look
you
old.
You want to look your age?
I guess, yeah, that's what it is. Because it's like, sometimes when people see me looking so young, I'm not underestimated. I just feel like they're not expecting much because I'm young. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's like, you got time. Or it's like, yeah, I've done things. Or it's like, it's not as serious because I seem younger, I guess. I guess I want the authority and affluence that comes with being a little older, I guess. It's a little deeper than, I guess, just looking young.
You want people to take you seriously.
Right. Yeah, I want the authority that comes with looking older, I guess. That's it. But I still appreciate my beauty because I'm fine.
Okay.
Who told you this?
Me.
Hello.
The mirror.
Hello.
God, everybody.
Hello.
What you mean?
I like when people got that and like just cock back in the chamber.
Yeah.
Who need to tell me?
Oh God, yeah, because it's like I got this. It's in me, not on me. So it's like nobody need to tell me because I already know.
Hello.
You feel me?
It has to be told because a lot of women,
I don't
they be having low self. I done seen like women who's like 8s and 9s. They have low self-esteem because don't nobody say it to them. So
that might.
I mean, for some people, I guess they have to be told to like have that confidence.
I mean, it's useful. To be told or be groomed that way, like raised to know that you are great.
Because it was a child. Matter of fact, I was watching this video. This child. This lady said she was cute, and she said, "No, I'm ugly."
Oh, the baby,
the black girl,
the dark, yeah, that made me cry.
So like, you have to tell some people. So they can.
I was
Well,
definitely raised to know I was fired, like in all ways. So
right.
I get that. But when I'm grown now, so it's like you ain't got to.
Yeah, well, don't grow up like that, Kate.
That's
Man
true.
told you cute or whatever. Like,
Yeah. So I guess you gotta be like my mama. Who told me that? Who told you that? Mama? Back then, you gotta tap into the back then part.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, like we gotta go to the origin of how we.
I mean, I hear
Right, I was gonna say yeah, because like some people have to be told. Like I guess what you're describing is more like outward validation from people, because people may be like insecure because they've been told that they're not all that. They might have believed that. You don't even have to come out believing that you're all that to know that you're all that. You just have to be told that you're not all that for that to be destroyed. And then you start believing, oh, I'm not, I'm less
That's
than.
really true.
Yeah, literally, because we don't come out believing, oh, I'm the shit, I'm this, and that. You don't have to, because you haven't been told that you're not. And then it's like when you're told that you're less than, or you're told that you're not this, that you can't be that, then you sit back and like, damn, like, is that true? Like, I've never really thought about this before. What is, who am I? Like, what can I do? What am I capable of? And then you start balancing, you know, weighing your options, and that's when you have a choice to make. And that's whatever choice you make, that's who you adopt in your personality. Whether you like, oh yeah, I'm the shit, or it's like, I'm not shit.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm great all the time, but like recently, my mom said something to me, and I was like second guessing myself. I was
Yeah.
like,
What she said?
I don't want to say it.
You ain't gotta say it.
I'm not.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say it. But
But
it's like, obviously, it shook your inner
yeah,
world
and
a
that's
little
really
bit.
difficult to do to me, and I
It's because you
realized
respect
that
her and the things that she says.
something because I was like,
Yeah.
why am I even like thinking like this? But it was
Yeah.
like, dang. So now I want to say something to her and be like, hey, you know when you said that, it really
You should.
bothered me.
Yeah, you should. Especially if you know that she cares about how you feel and you don't think she want to hurt you on purpose.
I don't think she gonna care, but I'm gonna tell her.
You should anyway. Like, yeah, speak your truth. Like, it's up to people if they want to receive that or not.
Like y'all against me or something like that.
Absolutely not.
Is y'all against me?
Absolutely not. I think
Another
we
guy
just can
here.
relate on a different level. We're not against you, friend.
You don't have to say that. Yeah, you're right.
It was just the innate.
If you didn't want to say it, I would have said the same thing.
I would have said what she said. Somebody else said that.
Yeah,
I
like,
would
you
like, you
don't
don't have to say it.
You
Yeah.
say that. a
I
lot,
know,
though.
right?
Don't say that.
Yeah, you
Don't
don't have
say
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ever feel pressure.
Man, people be trapped sometimes.
Yeah, they don't realize it though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you saying I trap people? Like,
Yeah. Yes. You said it, not me.
I was gonna say.
oh, you trap, that's why I say, I don't know how many times I see it in the little information I see and don't answer, say pass. You see it before the show, so I don't see how I trap people.
Because it's
like,
on the spot. And like, you saw how fast she said it? What she say? Like, I could have been like,
Well, she said.
You know, you're right.
Some people get nervous. They get trapped in the trauma of the moment, but like the past moment, and they don't realize that they have more power in the present.
Mm-hmm. Choice.
Right.
We always got it.
Right.
I guess I'm doing something wrong.
No,
Okay,
you're not doing anything wrong.
Unless you feel like you did.
nah, I be feeling like people should be open, like, you know,
And tell her everything.
not everything, just to your comfort zone. Okay, did you grow up with both your parents?
I did initially, and they got divorced when I was in 7th grade. And then, yeah, and then I was with my mom.
Was that important to you?
I don't think the divorce itself was important. I think the result of what happened afterward, like the aftermath, was definitely important. Because I was daddy's girl, and like we were like super close. Like I would be with him all the time. I think he's honestly the part of the reason I started singing, because he had a studio, and he started with FL Studio, and I would be in there with him when he was making beats. I don't really remember what kind of beats he made, if they were good or not, to be honest. But I would just be in there with a mic that wasn't plugged up, you know, pretending like I was having a concert, and so I would be with him all the time. But after they got divorced, obviously I didn't see him as often, and then I started seeing a different side of him, like, you know, I guess he masked who he was as a father and a husband, and then once things started falling apart, he couldn't really keep up the facade. You know, things started showing through the cracks, and I was like, damn. Like, he's very manipulative. He's controlling, and he doesn't like to. He can be understanding, but at his own terms.
Give me an example.
Okay, I'll give you an example. So I was supposed to move in with him because my lease. So something happened with my apartment, and I was supposed to move in with him to Florida, and I was like telling him like I need to get this done like expeditiously. I'm trying to plan out everything so I'm not like out in the streets type of thing in my car. And so he said it was cool because my sister and her family, she has my nephew and my brother-in-law, they're all moving in with him. They already there type shit. They were moving in at the time. And I would have loved that. Like, that was perfect because, you know, I get to be closer with my family. He has a wife and she has a son. So I was just, you know, wanting to get closer to my extended family. And he was, at first he was okay with it, but then he started being weird and talking about I need to abide by, like, sign a contract. Like, there's a list of rules that I have to abide by. I was just like, whatever. Like, I know how he is. Like, he's like that with me, I think, because I remind him of my mom so much. Because I look like her and I act like her. Mm-hmm. So I think he resents me unconsciously for that. Mm-hmm. And so I realized that. So I have kid mittens with him, you know? So I just be like, whatever. Like, I just trying to be the bigger person because he don't be understanding what's going on, like, unconsciously with his decisions. So I'd be like, whatever. I'll sign it, like, send it to me, yada, yada, yada. I waited, like, 3 or 4 days. And I was like, okay, like, what's, like, can you send it to me? Like, what's going on? Then he got mad and was like, you think you know everything you want to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm literally trying to comply to your rules. You can't even give them to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't understand what you want here besides control. You say you want to help me, but on your own terms. Mm-hmm. And then you're making the terms difficult to follow. Like, mm-hmm. So it's just like, I was like, fuck it, whatever. And I ended up just doing my own thing. But it's like, examples like that. You know, it's just like, he says he wants to help. He says he wants to be a good father. But when I give him the opportunity to seize that moment, he fumbles the fucking ball, like, every time. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because I see the cycles. And I try to, like, tell him, like, you're not making me feel validated. You're making me feel like I'm a burden to you by asking for help. Because every time I ask you for help, it falls through. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, I don't even know how he interprets it the way he does. But he's like, you're just trying to tell me how to raise you and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm already raised. I'm just asking you for help. Right. Like, I'm not asking you to do anything besides the bare minimum at this point. You know, so it's like things like that. I realized he just, I don't know, like, I honestly don't know how he got my mom. Because she's smart. Like, she's a very intelligent woman. Like, she's a freaking accountant. She's senior accountant at Mississippi Power.
Is he handsome?
No. Well, let me not say that.
He's
not, in my opinion, not really.
Flat out, no.
But, well, in my opinion, because of his personality. I'll say physical only. In his younger days, yeah, he was cute. He looked like Tupac. And he had an earring. And he was like a volunteer firefighter. So it was like so it was like he could pull, like he had, you know, he had it, whatever. So back then, yeah, probably I could see why, and that's what my mom said because she was reminded of Tupac when she would look at him, and that's like her favorite rapper, like of all time. So I think that's where she came. I think that's where he got her at. But yeah, it was just interesting to see how much of a dynamic shift, you know, after they got divorced. But I don't know. My mom said. I don't really remember much from that time, to be honest. But my mom said that I didn't really change much. Like, my grades were always good. You know, she said, like, I remember one day she thanked us for, like, still being good kids, you know, like, keeping our grades up and not, like, giving her extra stress and stuff like that. Even though we were still kids, you know, we fucked up, you know. But, like, it was kind of just like he was there. They argued. Shit was kind of crazy. And then he wasn't there. And then I would always, like, reach out. You know, even now as an adult, I try to reach out to him, but I don't know. I think something, not even trying to be funny, I think something is, like, off with him a little. I think he's, like, bipolar. Because I see cycles. And it's, like, 2 months he's super straight. You know, sending me money, asking if I'm okay, calling, like, actually being intentional. And the next few months he's, like, literally just aggravated, like, angry, agitative, like, type of behavior, wanting to pick a fight for no reason. And it's literally, like, I've started writing it down in my calendar, like, marking the days when he would be erratic with me. Yeah. And it was like, it was consistent. And I was like, okay, I see. Like, I have to just be patient with him. When he gets like this, if I want to have a relationship with him, he doesn't realize what's going on. So I try to talk to him about it. Like, you know, have you ever gotten, like, tested? Or, like, you know, do you feel different, you know, like, today? Like, how do you feel today? You know, how are your thoughts? Like, what's going on? And it's like, I would ask him the same questions, like, you know, on different days, and I would get radically different responses. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I don't think he realizes what's going on type of thing. So I talked to my mom about it too, and she had the same type of speculation. And we kind of just came to the conclusion, like, I'm going to have to be the bigger person in that relationship until he realizes he needs help. You know, and if I can't make him, and I can't make him feel bad for not knowing that. You know, like, I'm reading this book, what is it called? The Philosophy of Life. It's by a philosopher, Epictetus. I think that's how you say his name. And one of the qualities of the book is describing like how we have a responsibility to play our role in life. So, like, for example, I'm a daughter, you know, to my mother and my father.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I have a role to be a good daughter to them, no matter if they fulfill their role as a good parent to me. So it's like I have that responsibility at the end of the day. Like, I have to answer to that. Like, did I fulfill my role and did I do it well? So realizing that, it's been really hard, obviously, to accept that he is who he is and he doesn't realize what he's doing and like he's hurting me sometimes. But I have the responsibility to be the best person that I can to him, even though he doesn't realize he's not doing that for me.
You don't ever cut people. You don't ever cut your parents off.
I tried. I've cut him off many times. I blocked him. Like, I cussed him out in the middle of a restaurant before. Like, it was like he brought out sides of me that I never want to see again, type of thing. So when I started taking account of my reactions to how he was treating me, I was like, yeah, I have a duty, like, to honor myself, even if he's not honoring me, you know. So
Yeah, because okay, my parents get cut off too.
yeah.
I can't hold you, but not no more. But because they be alright, but I've definitely done it.
Man, I've done it before too.
Yeah, I was listening to some a few days ago, and the lady was basically saying women who had like a bad upbringing, they glorify chemistry with a guy.
Mhm.
So, like, do y'all believe that or whatever?
If your upbringing is bad, you glorify having chemistry with
Instead of, like, you know, because some women, if you give them love, they don't reciprocate it, and then you put them like in a good situation with a guy, they'll find some way to sabotage it.
mess it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was like I've been saying that a lot. No matter how good you treat a woman, you take her and her kids in, it's like they find a reason to fuck it up. Yeah.
I would agree that is common. It's only because, like, you know, you gotta see it to be it type of thing. So it's like if you've only been around toxic situations, you only seen love represented in really unhealthy ways.
Mm-hmm.
Putting yourself in a situation like that is shocking. Literally, you don't know how to like respond to it. You think it's gonna like end, you know, because it's like this is what I've always wanted. It don't feel real type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like when I got this, ended up with this really bad result. So it's like, why would I put myself in this situation again, knowing that it could end up like this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you end up ignoring all the green flags because it's like, this man actually listens to me. He takes care of my kids. He does this. He does that. But it's like you literally in the back of your mind, like, well, this other dude did this too, but he did this. And so it's like the fear of letting all that other shit go, self-sabotage is something that can actually be fruitful, you know.
Or even your reciprocation is just you not trained on how to reciprocate that, you know,
right.
in a healthy way. It's
Right.
you probably think you are reciprocating it, but it's like, no, this is not what you do to people.
Right.
Some people just don't know how to give it back in a healthy way.
That's true too. I was actually talking with my homeboys the other day, because it's funny you say that. It's a perfect example. He's aggressive. Obviously, he's in the streets. So it's like, I'm not like that. I'm very soft. And so it's like, we was talking, and he's like joking around with me. I was like, okay, look, I get that we friends, and like this is how you talk to your other friends, but it's like, you can't talk to me like that. Like, you have to talk to me in a way that I can receive it. Like, I know that you are saying it in a joking way, like in a loving way. It's like you have to say it in a way that I can, it's palatable for me.
What do you say?
know?
I'm curious.
He said, okay, you know, like how like brothers jokes, like, oh, I put you in a job, ha ha ha. But he said some crazy shit. So it was like, I don't even remember what it was, but he said something crazy. And I was like, okay, you can't say that. Like, that's,
I'm not okay.
like, right, I was like, okay, friend, like, I know we joking, but you can't do that. Like, I don't like that. Like, I didn't like how that made me feel. I didn't feel like that was loving, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I get it, you just joke around, but your words matter.
Yeah.
And it's like, I truly believe there's power, life, and death in the tongue. Like, I truly believe that. And your intentions power your words. So it's like, it matters what you say. So I basically was telling him, like, you have to give people the love the way they like to receive
know how to
it.
receive it, yes.
Right.
So you gotta teach people how to love.
Right.
That's
So
good.
that's what she was saying. Basically, like, some people don't know how to. They think like, oh yeah, me doing this is like love because this is what I did before,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they received it as love. So this is what I'm about to give. And until they tell me different, this is what I'm gonna keep doing. But usually it don't work like that because people don't know how to communicate, and then they just blow up. It's like, well, this for the last few months. It's like, you didn't tell me
You didn't tell me nothing.
And it's like, I thought I was doing a good job, you know. So it's like, that's what happens sometimes.
Okay, so what's 3 things a guy could do to make you feel loved? I want you to answer that.
Me specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, so words of affirmation is like one of my love languages. So I really like to be communicated with, like, especially when I make mistakes, but in a compassionate way. So I like compassionate communication. Another thing is like attentiveness. Like, I like when people pay attention to me, because it's like, if I don't have to tell you I like something, that's like bonus. I like, because I'm gonna tell you anyway, because I'm communicative. So I like, this is what I like. If I don't have to tell you once, like, that's like, I might fall in love with you type shit, because it's like, wow, you actually listening.
Yeah.
Like, you're listening, and it's like, if I don't have to repeat it, then you took the intention to know that that was something important to hold on to, you know. So I guess being attentive. And then the third thing, I don't even know. I have to trust you, so you have to make me feel safe with you. I have to make, like, every emotion I have doesn't have to be validated necessarily, but I do need to know that I'm safe with you to share that. Because sometimes I get really sad, you know? And I don't need to have those feelings necessarily validated, but I need to know that I'm safe to get through it when I'm with you. And it'll make it easier to come out of it. So it's like, yeah, I guess that's the 3 things. Communication, attentiveness, and then trust and safety.
A guy ever made you feel all of them?
A guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, one. Yeah.
But you did him bad?
I did.
Exactly.
I did. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I was not ready to receive the love he was giving me.
That's sabotage.
I did, and I regret it to this day, but I've been forgiven, and I'm really, really blessed that I have been. We actually friends to this day, and I'm praying. I'm not ashamed to say this. I'm praying I get a chance to receive and give love to him again, because I feel like he's the one, like, for real. So it's like, yeah, I've had that, and I pray I get it again.
What's his name?
His name?
Yeah.
William Bryant.
Karuchi.
It is. It is.
Hopefully it worked, y'all.
Okay.
Make y'all way back around.
I hope so. I mean,
You got a girlfriend?
not that I know of. I think he's been single since we broke up.
Oh, that's what's up.
I mean, it is what it is. I want him to be happy.
He probably
I
is
just
like
want him
that.
to be happy. Like, even if it's not with me, and I tell him that all the time, you know, because I truly do love him.
But you can make it up to him by being his side chick to like a really good girl. Like,
Stop.
Are you like that? You want people to be happy regardless if they're with you?
no.
Okay.
Okay, some side chick. Get out of here.
He said no. I'm crazy. Like, don't be happy without me.
I'd be like, man, fuck this bitch. I'm glad her house caught on fire. I'm glad she lost her wallet at work. Somebody stole it. And I'd be happy.
I'm glad she stepped on a Lego today. Like,
She shouldn't have left me. Bitch, it would have been better for you. How's it working out?
Hello.
It's giving you bitter.
Very much.
Yeah, I'll be bitter.
Yeah, I'm a little bitter. Just a little
Ain't nothing wrong
bitter.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in the middle with that. I think I'm like so good at just being alone. So it's like
Same.
just be okay. So it's like, yeah, like just be alright. Like, I hope that everything work out for you. I ain't tripping. I'm not like, please be fine. But like, if something bad do, especially if you did me wrong, if something bad happened to you, I'm gonna be like, so God don't play about me. Listen, you played with the wrong one, because God don't play about this one.
I hear you. I feel that.
Okay, I guess we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Okay.
I got an example I want to tell y'all. I thought about telling. I'm like, am I gonna say? But remember, my brother left me in another state.
Oh my God.
When I was supposed to ride with him, and my father said he broke his hand, and something else had happened to him before he broke his hand. I was like, you shouldn't have left
For
me.
real, that's crazy.
Fuck that.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
Literally.
Like, you shouldn't have left me.
I'm glad you obviously got back safe. That's crazy. Like,
girl, it's a mess.
He apologized though, right?
No, and he feel like he was right. They was like, you grown. You should have been able to get up and all of this stuff.
You with your brother.
Hello. I was like, I'm not even that big.
You definitely
They
was
could've
You
put
could
me
have
in the car.
done
They
like
could've
so.
made
You
sure
was in
you-
a room locked.
No, I was out in the living room on the couch.
Oh, I would have dumped water on you.
Right,
I would probably
something.
pick you up like
And just throw me in the car.
Right.
Girl.
Oh my God.
So many things could have been done. but not
Anything could have
leaving.
been done.
They left me.
They probably thought it was a prank kind of. Let's leave our ass, y'all.
What kind of prank is
No,
that? Leave
they
somebody
was really,
stranded?
they really think that they really stood on it after the fact because we talked
It's
more
your
than
fault,
once.
basically.
Oh
Mhm.
my God.
That I should have been prepared.
To be left.
But no, to go. I should have been ready to
That's
go.
wild.
Yeah, and grown enough to get up. Child.
They should have been grown enough to know not to leave you in another state. But anyway. The fuck?
That's a weird family.
That,
I'm telling
Okay.
you. I told him, I said, y'all built different. He's like, why you keep saying
They
that?
built wrong.
Y'all, right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's wrong.
For
That's
real.
wrong.
It ain't right.
That's so wrong.
Now my dad, he keep trying to get it. He's like, I'm gonna get y'all together. Because if anything happened to me, I'm like, bro, you ain't even
He
raise
the glue.
us together. He ain't even raise us together, bro.
He trying to be cool.
I was the glue.
Oh, he tape.
I was like, bro, just leave it alone. Like, ain't nobody. He be like, y'all not gonna be beefing. Like, nobody's beefing. We all tell him the same thing. We're not beefing. We just don't talk.
He just want y'all to close
Y'all don't
it.
fuck with each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Yeah, if y'all like it, he should love it.
Bro, let it go. He said, I want a picture with y'all. You got plenty pictures with us. We good.
Okay, a big moment for you when someone tried to make it about them.
Wow. I don't even think I could really think of anything like that. I have to think. A big moment, somebody tried to make it about them. I think I'm honestly blessed to say that could never happen to me. I don't think that's ever happened to me.
That's good.
Cause shit, I don't know, cause I feel like I be having my moments. They're not supposed to last forever, so it has to end at some point.
And then somebody else.
And then it's somebody else's moment. Yeah, so it's like nobody can ruin my moment because it be mine, and then it moves on.
Not me no more.
Period. I'm like, okay,
Next.
let me do my shit over here.
Crackhead.
I don't know.
That's the thing with like Leos. That's the thing. Like we are really good at turning any situation into a comment about ourselves.
Yeah.
And so my whole family is Leos. My mom is a Leo, and then my crazy ex is a Leo. So I would say like with them two, I could be sharing something like, ooh, this is like I could be really excited, like, ooh, let me share this thing. But somehow, some way, it's just gonna flip into what they wanted to talk about. I'm like, I didn't call you for this. I called you for us to be excited about what I'm talking about. My mom does that often though. I'll be like, yeah, I'm working on this, and this. She'll be like, oh, okay. I was saying da 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 da, and she'll just go on. I'm like, how did we get here? I didn't want to be here. I wanted to be talking about me, but I'll listen to it. And
That's
like,
happened a
I'll
few
let the moment
times.
go.
That has happened a few times. They'll be like, okay, I'm not even talking to this person again.
Okay.
Like,
I'm not even sharing my
it's
stuff
not even
with
a
you.
conversation. Like you
Yeah.
just want to hear yourself talk.
Yeah, you don't care about it.
I'll leave. Bye.
I had a friend. I remember I had asked him something one time, and he was like, "None of your damn business, right?" So I was like, "Cool." So when he would tell me something personal, I'd talk about some other shit. I'd be like, basically, I'd say fuck it. I'd talk about some other shit. So since he said that, so that's how I am. Already.
Okay, big loud chips.
You all right over there?
Got
I
hungry.
got hungry.
Ain't nothing wrong with
See, I'm
it.
not eating. I'm sorry.
It's out now.
I can put it back.
What is it, popcorn?
Yeah, you know what? They're good.
That the saucy kind?
Tastes like kettle corn. You know what?
No, those are
It's
nasty.
a popcorn chip.
I like the blue and black bag.
No, those are nasty. Oh, they're good.
I told you.
The cheese kind.
Those are good.
The smart ones. The smart food. Whatever. That's what you're talking
No, it's
You
those
talking about-
kinds. They in.
about? Oh, they're just different flavor.
Yeah, it's a different flavor.
Those are good.
I told you.
I like that.
Okay, a time your parents tried to embarrass you while you on a phone or in public.
Like every time I'm with them.
Girl.
Give me an example, like what happened.
Well, not really my parents. My mama. She liked to dance. Like everywhere. And every song is her favorite song.
Mhm.
So it's like when we go to Walmart, she would like see people she know and like, hey, oh my god, that's Shirley from down the street. And like literally scream across the store. Like literally
That's
like
would be me as a nana.
yelling. And then like in the next breath, like, oh, this my jam, girl, come on. Like literally break busting the move in the middle of the aisle.
I love
people
her.
walking by. I love it now. She's the reason I am who I am. But yeah, when I was young, I was like, oh my God, Momo, please let's go. Like I would be dragging her out the store. Like
I love her.
every song would be her favorite freaking song. Like every one. Like how do you know all these songs? Like that's why I ask her. You don't know every song. You just want to dance.
My mom said that about me. We be in the store, I sing everything. She be like, you would know this song. My grandma's like that though. Like my mom gets embarrassed. I used to always do shows and stuff, and my grandma is the loudest person in the crowd. And my mom would be like,
that's my mom.
She want to sit in a different area than my granddad because that's how loud my grandma is. I'm like, she doing it right, girl. I want to hear you and know that you here.
Period.
Big
because I'm looking for you. I need you to hoo something in the audience.
For real, something. I do that. Don't be in a show with me, Dad. Don't invite me. You want me to be quiet? My line sister is a dancer. She's had like ballet shows and shit. I'm gonna make sure you know I'm there, but there's certain times where they want you to clap. But like, nah, I'm gonna say something. I don't care. You gonna know that I'm there. So plenty of times I done made her laugh on stage and stuff. But I need you to know that I'm here for you.
Like, you know, it's like graduations where somebody always got to say some weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing, though, because you always remember this.
Yeah.
When I used to play, like, basketball, my dad was like, that's my dog.
Yeah.
I always say that.
Hey, you gonna remember it forever.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Okay, last time someone asked you if, were you okay and you was honest?
A few days ago. I be trying to be honest. When people ask me, like, obviously if a stranger, you know, usually what I say to people, like, if I'm having a good day, I'm like, yeah, I always try to have a good day. You know, that's what I tell people. But it's like, people close to me, they ask me if I'm okay. I'll be like, nah. Like, I'm actually having a bad day. Like, can I talk to you real quick? Type shit, you know? Like, my supervisor at work, actually, we've been having more, like, real talks. Because, like, he just had a son. And so he's been, like, trying to get serious because of fatherhood and things like that. So he be talking to me, you know. He's like, I think this, and that. I'm like, what do you think, Jazz? Or blah, blah, blah. Because my real name is Jasmine. And so he was like, Jazz, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, honestly, I think you need to get a therapist. Because, like, for real, I'll be straight up. I'm like, I think you need to get a therapist because, like, sounds like your wife has told you as much as she can. You know, like, helped you as much as she can. I'm telling you as much as I can. But I think somebody else can tell you more. You know, like, I think somebody give you a different perspective. And he'd be straight up and be like, I appreciate that. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I respect it. You know, and then we just, like, have talks like that, you know? And so it's like sometimes I be coming into work early and I just be, like, not feeling it. And they be visibly, like, noticing. Because, like, when I go into work, because I go in early, usually, like, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., the mall be closed. I literally, they can hear me before I get there. Because I'm singing all the way from the door to the gate. Like, it's a concert. Because it's like the acoustics in there are great. Yeah. So I take advantage of it. Like, I be singing. And so, like, they notice me before I even get there. And I be like, hey, y'all, like, knocking on the gate, like, doing all types of stuff. But, like, when I just be, like, judging in and they don't see me. And, like, they turn around and, like, oh, she's here. And they're like, are you okay? And I be like, nah. Like, I need to take a minute to eat my breakfast. And they're like, yeah, take your time. Like, if you want to talk, we can talk. I'm like, okay, bet. And then I just tell them, like, y'all, I made a terrible song last night. It just made it made me so depressed. And they're like, tell me about it. Then we talk about it, you know. And then I get over it. And next thing you know, I'm singing all over the store, you know, putting stuff up. And so, yeah, that was the most recent time. Like, a few weeks ago. Like, last week, 2 weeks ago.
Who was your go-to as far as venting?
I'm going to be real. God.
Amen.
I don't really talk to many people. Or like my mom.
Do you go to God first?
No.
Right?
Not as much as I should.
I know.
I'll be honest, not as much as I should. I have been trying lately.
Me too.
But I usually like sit there and stew in it for like an hour, and I call my mom, and then she tells me that I need to pray, and so then I sit there with God. You know, I roll up. I be trying not to roll up because I'm trying to replace weed with God because I'm like, it's been hard. But I realize that that's what I need. That's why I smoke, because I need to talk to God and figure out what I'm going through instead of sitting there and distracting myself. But that's a different story. But yeah, I like to talk to God more than people sometimes. But I do have like my top 5. But I'll say my number 1. Yeah, I talk to God first. or like I try to, but consistently, yeah, I be talking to God.
I'll reach for my phone and then I'll be like, I don't really have too many options as far as who to call.
Exactly.
And then I'm like, oh, God, my bad, bro. Like, I was supposed to come first, but like, I'm here though. Like, and then I just start talking to God.
So you call what, Portia?
I can't call Scat, but if I could talk.
When he was out.
Oh, I would talk to Scat about everything all the time. Yeah, we always talking all the time about everything. Like sometimes I say too much stuff to Scat, but yeah, it would be him before anybody else. If he was out, I wouldn't need nobody to talk to.
So what's something you shouldn't have told him?
Why would you tell people?
I don't think there's anything I shouldn't have told him. I'm just too open about everything, and sometimes he just like, dang, babe, like, all right. Like, I can't think of a specific instance right now at the top, because it's been a long time. Scat been gone since December, so I can't think of nothing right now. Like, since he's been in there, like, I always try to tell him happy stuff and try to keep us happy. But whatever bothered me, I'm going to tell you, and it might be you. So I'm gonna let you know, listen, this is blowing me, and depending on how he receives it, because Scat and I don't think alike at all, we don't hear alike. I have to sit myself down and be like, remember how you listened to him before you cared? Like, listen to him like that, because Scat just say stuff and you be like, what? Like, you should be ready to snap. But yeah, I just gotta, sometimes I just don't have the right delivery and packaging for him to get it, but he get it. And then even if I tell him exactly what I'm thinking, he will respond with his own version of what I said, which is also like annoying. I know exactly what I mean. I'm telling you exactly what I'm thinking.
Right.
You feel this way based off of what I said, but that's not what I said.
Right. That's how you feel.
Yes.
It's hard to separate the logic and emotion.
Yes. Facts over feelings, baby.
Yeah.
Let it go. So yeah, sometimes I just don't have the right packaging on there.
You said let it go.
Let it go. Just get outside. You got to step outside of yourself.
Right.
And hear me. Yeah. Be over there. This is us. Get over there and just look at it.
Right. An observer.
Yes.
Yeah.
My baby be feeling.
Aww.
Okay, since y'all admitted y'all sabotage relationships, so don't y'all think y'all need therapy before you can actually have a healthy one, or you feel like it's just supposed to like heal on its own and it's just gonna work out?
You want to answer this one?
I felt like I didn't admit that, but
I was saying, like, that's not what was said.
But
we said we had before.
Ugly dudes bad. You remember that?
No, I treat ugly dudes bad.
Yeah, you treat the ugly dude bad and the handsome dude who really don't want you.
I think I agreed with somebody else saying that.
Yeah, it was something in there. That realm.
No, the nice guy, not ugly. The nice guy gets like the
nice. No, yeah. It's not the same.
Nice guys finish last sometimes, and that sucks. But I think that I know my issues, and so I actively try to address them, and then I'm really open to feedback, and so I always welcome people. Like, if I do something that bothers you, or if I'm not receiving this how I should, tell me. Even if I don't hear it the first time, like, keep telling me, and for me to hear you, because we listen how we listen. So you might have to tell me, like, yo, you're not hearing it, or you're not getting it, for me to be like, wait, what am I not getting?
Wait, I thought I was doing.
Yeah. So I'm not against therapy though, but my background is in psychology, and so I also feel like I know enough to navigate myself through my flaws.
I just don't like women to yell and cuss. Like, that's like the biggest pet peeve.
We don't like when men yell and cuss either.
Yeah, I try not to do that, but sometimes I do. But if I'm not being heard, because I'm so direct, that it's like, what are you not? Yeah, it's like, what are you not getting? And so I get loud, and
I start to cry, and I'll just walk away, or I'll leave.
See, I
I'll
can't.
be leaving. Me and my car
I'll
taking a
cry
ride.
if I'm big frustrated for sure.
I cry, honestly, I cry first. Because it's like, that's my, like, I guess, release.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if I'm not crying, then I don't care. Or it's like, I'm mad. Like, I'm really mad and I need to remove myself.
Mm.
I don't know. Crying is like my warning sign. It's like, you about to get mad or like something.
Right.
You about to feel bigger feelings than what you
Then
feel.
what you got?
Yeah. I don't like to yell or argue.
I don't either. I promise I don't. And then also, I was raised in a loud family.
Same.
So
I don't, yeah. I learned.
me yelling may
I
not
will
even
leave.
mean that I'm loud. Like, I mean, may not mean that I'm mad.
Right.
It may mean like I'm getting excited.
You
Like,
passionate.
I'm passionate in this conversation right now. Now I'm really locked in, and I'm trying to get you to get my point.
Tone that shit down.
But it's like
You're unexcited.
that's real. That was man energy right there. It's like you tell me that to my face, I'm probably like,
That'd be
my bad.
right.
Okay, like-
It would be weird because it's like, why don't you want to handle my excitableness? Like, can you not handle it? Why would you want me to tone myself down when you could just accept everything that I am?
If it's great, if it's a accomplishment, yeah, get excited and loud. But
Right. I'm not
if
saying
it's an issue
arguing.
between a
Definitely
man
not.
and a woman, then yeah, you don't have to yell. It's unnecessary.
Oh,
You
definitely.
talk to me.
On both ends, definitely.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
Sure. I gotta work on that one, but I'll just be blown. That's if I get to that point. I gotta be mad because I try really hard not to yell and argue with people at all. Like my tone be like this all the time. Yo, you good? Yeah.
Right.
Until I'm excited, and it's like but I'm always like this. So if I get passionate, it's like something is something
Right.
to get me there.
Right.
Okay, last time you were put in a position that made you show how cold you really are.
I love being cold. That's what made me laugh.
Yeah, you got that energy.
I do.
Yeah.
I got cold energy.
I'm saying you like to give it when you have to give it.
He says accurate.
I love it. I love it.
I kind of like being cold. Even when people deserve it. I don't know. I gotta get out of that though. Because sometimes I feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, I'm like, God, handle them. But then I feel like sometimes God be like, no, you.
This
This
is your job.
I'm telling you to do. I'm giving you the tools. Like this is me handling by telling you to handle it.
Mhm.
And I be like,
Right, me.
I just don't like dealing with negative attitudes. It just be wasted. It feel like a waste of time, but it don't be because sometimes I do have to be a lesson for people. Type shit.
And cold
I can't
don't
even
even
remember.
mean, it just mean absent for me, for real.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, what do cold mean?
For me, it's or just absent. I could be present but absent. Like I don't care about anything you got to say. I don't have nothing to give to this situation. But what's up?
Oh, that's me right now. In this little situationship I just ended.
Ooh,
I'm being cold as fuck.
Why you in?
I know why you cold.
Cause I'm tired of being unappreciated, and
Okay.
yeah, and like it was just crazy. It was
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Yes.
I mean, so what? Cause you went with him, or like?
It was weird. He said he didn't want to be in a relationship, but he wanted me to treat him like a relationship. And I told him I didn't want to do that because that's weird. And so he got upset, or not even upset. He started being weird and was like going behind my back and like started lying. And I started finding out. And so I was just like, I'm not even the type of person to cut people off completely because it's like I don't need to give you as much access as you had before. I can just hey and bye and keep pushing. I don't need to be mean to you.
Be cordial.
You know, yeah. And so I just kind of started backing off. And then he started saying I was doing all types of shit. And I was with everybody so-and-so. And I told him, I was like, I'm not with anybody but you. Because I told you I want to be with you. And if you're not ready to be that, like that with me, I'm willing to wait. Like, I was willing to do what he wanted to do, comply with the, rules he was comfortable with, whatever. But he just...
Obey. That's
like,
a good life.
To women do that to a nigga they really like.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I was loyal to him. Because, like, I wanted to be with him. And so I wasn't like just like, oh, waiting. But no, I was just like, doing my own shit like I was doing. And if he wanted to hang out, we hang out. And I just wasn't interested necessarily in getting with anybody else. It's not like I wasn't like dating or like having fun, but I wasn't like having sex with nobody else. Like I wasn't seriously, engaging with nobody else. Like I would go out with people I already knew type shit, But yeah, it was weird because then once that happened, it was some weird shit. He brought some other bitch around, and yeah, it was weird. And I was just like, yeah, this is not what I'm doing. I'm not doing this.
Yikes.
And it was weird. And at that moment, I was like, yeah, he's literally showing me how he feels about me. I can't deny it. Can't deny it. And I would be dumb at this point to stay. Yeah. And so it's like he's thinking like, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. He's thinking that's gonna work, and I'm like, I appreciate and accept the apology, but there's no reason that I should be loyal to somebody who's not loyal to me. Like straight up. So I'm like, I hope the best for you. Like we can be friends, like this and that, but you don't have my loyalty the same way you did before. So now he thinks I'm being cold because I'm not giving him what he couldn't give to me.
Right.
I'm now just literally giving him what he gave to me, but better because I'm not disrespectful.
Right.
So
best game you can have about that is like Pam say it all the time. Pick the woman who wants you. So they go for female. Pick the guy who wants you.
Exactly.
The one you want, you gonna put up with all kind of bullshit. Because you like them. So yeah,
you gotta pick the one that like you and treat them good.
Right.
That's the thing about picking somebody that like you. It's like
you get complacent.
You don't like them as much, clearly, because you had to pick the one that liked you and not the one that you like.
Hey,
I'm not like that. I reciprocate like what I get. Like, but I mean, of course, I gotta be attracted to you. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm attracted to you, if you showing me love, I'm gonna reciprocate it. I'm not gonna get somebody and be like, I'm gonna treat her like shit because I don't really want her.
I don't think nobody intentionally does that. I think if you got somebody that like you more than you like them, it's easy to take it for granted and just not give them what they deserve, even if they giving you everything that you want.
You get comfortable. It's like they're always gonna be here. I don't have to do nothing else.
Yeah,
that's women must think like that because I don't.
I'm literally telling you that's what I just dealt with a man. So it's not just women.
I've never done that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't speak for all men.
Treated nobody bad because I didn't initially want them.
Yeah, it don't happen on purpose though. It's just like
like you just grow apart type thing. It's like,
or you just don't even realize like,
yeah,
oh shit, you're way nicer to me than other people have been. Like I should treat you much better than I've treated people in the past.
But then people are like, oh, I deserve this.
Yeah,
and it's just like
you should treat me this way.
Right.
But I'm saying too, there's somebody who you actually. It seemed like he didn't want you. Like if I was your homeboy, I'd be like, that nigga don't want you. I'm talking about somebody you actually say, I'm with you. You get what I'm saying? I'm
somebody
with you.
You be with.
Yeah, I'm with you, and then you just treat them like shit because you don't want them.
Oh.
But that friend shit, like, like I meet a lot of girls, they try to put you, I'm cool, I don't really like nobody, but they'll give you attention. So it's like, I'm not finna keep trying to convince you or win you over. Like, I'm gone. Like,
yeah.
Love me. Right.
Hey, why do guys, how do I even ask this question?
Just right out.
I'm trying to get the right
Direct.
words. I know. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely direct, but I'm trying to say it right. Dudes will want more than one person, right? Right? Okay, I'm on the right path. Nice. Dudes will want more than one person, but then if one of those people is trying to mess with somebody else, it will be a problem.
Right.
Why is that a thing? Or am I wrong? Am I right?
I get what I've never been like that, but it's like some guys don't know how to be like, if this is my main girl, even if the other one act like your girl, she's still like a regular hoe, like she could do whatever she wants to, but some guys feel like this mine and this mine.
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know, I couldn't speak from that perspective because I feel like hoes, if it ain't your main girl, that's just another hoe in the street. But some guys feel like she mine too.
But your main girl can't do nothing and you cheating on her?
Right.
I'm saying you don't want them to. Like,
why? You literally got other girls.
That's what I'm saying.
You look like you don't want her to do the same thing you doing.
Thank you.
So you recognize what you're doing is wrong.
Because you
don't want it done to you.
You know what I'm saying? We doing the conquering. So it's like, I don't want nobody touching you.
Because it's my thing.
It's
so
mine.
wait. So I'm an object. Oh.
It's my food.
my
Don't
thing.
touch my food over here, baby.
So you're admitting that we're seen as objects to men.
Yes.
Okay.
We are a thing.
I'm glad this is clear.
I mean, just like you, if you got a man, you like, that's my man. That's
I'm
you know
not going out here collecting men and telling them they can't do the same.
Right.
That's
I'm
different.
not collecting. That's not collecting.
Definitely collecting, especially if it's not reciprocated.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
Collecting is keeping. Like, I'm gonna like play with it and get your ass on something.
Borrowing, then.
Yeah, I borrow some stuff.
Borrowing from the
my
streets.
God.
That's still not.
It's
not
so lame though. It's lame.
It's just, if it was equal, it wouldn't be a problem.
And I think men, y'all are pussy if you are out here messing with more than one person and keeping it a secret. What you scared of?
Period.
Why you
Speak
scared?
up. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest, girl.
It's because you don't want your girl to. If you tell a girl like I'm fucking with other people, most girls is gonna be like, I'm about to do the same thing. It'll be rare.
Really?
It'll be,
Oh my God!
it'll be-
Really?
it's
Wow,
rare.
that's crazy.
I'm saying it's rare that a woman be like, okay, do your thing. I'm here for you.
And
Like,
I wonder why.
Right.
That's crazy.
We're not gonna do that.
some girls
Some will though. That's those low
Few.
self-esteem ones you was talking about.
Oh,
Right. Oh, I definitely think it is.
It is.
Some women just don't like being with multiple guys like that. That's not most girls. It's like they just take a whole bunch of dicks. It don't matter. But some girls is like they just want one.
And be
Even
insecure with
and
it. He's
good.
slanging it all around town.
Right.
And then bringing it back to her.
They ain't. They not
How
insecure.
noble.
Yeah, I ain't. I mean,
Different strokes.
I feel like if
Different folks.
just whatever you do, be prepared for it.
Right.
But that's what Scott tell me, like, cause you know Scott cares about more stuff than I care about. So he'll be like, long as you okay with it, like if he was to do it, like I am.
Oh, he can.
I mean, I'm not cheating on him or nothing like
I'm
that.
saying, but he can ever like once in a while or something like that. Give him a cheap pass.
If he asked me, maybe, but he wouldn't. Like, that,
Cause he'll think
Aw,
you gonna do
period.
something.
Y'all secure in y'all relationship.
Hmm.
That's good. Y'all secure in y'all relationship. That's good shit.
cause
That's
of
how it should
him.
be.
For
That's how it
real.
should be.
I'm grateful for my child.
Period.
Baby, I already went through the bad. I'm good on that.
Aw.
Yeah, you done with your sabotaging stage.
Yeah, I'm
So
over it.
when you get a good nigga, you
He
be
said, I'm over it. I'm over
I
it.
appreciate this guy.
It wasn't
love
even
that.
that when I get a good. It was when I got him
Aw.
that I was like, oh yeah, I can't mess this up right here. This right here, this mine. This my body. Don't touch my motherfucking body. No, no, no. This is mine. Okay.
Period.
Whatever he want, I'm gonna work it out. I know I'm a
Period.
problem, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a problem. I'd be like, God
Yeah.
bless you, baby, because sorry he gotta deal with me.
Aw.
He'd be like, no, that's you. I know, right?
I love that for y'all.
Thank you.
That is so sweet.
Take me as I am.
Period.
Okay, the best thing money has got you, and the best thing that you have that money can't buy.
My man. It's like,
Oh, the best thing that money has bought me. What do I have that I value a lot? That's a good question. The best thing money bought me was my education at school, at college, because it helped me hone my skills and like my confidence as a performer, so I could be good enough to do what I do now. And that's been opening more doors to my future, things like that. So that's the best thing money could buy. My mom's money, my scholarship money, was my education. And then the best thing I have that money can't buy is my faith.
amen.
That's it. Point blank period.
That's
my
my
answer.
dad.
Okay, a petty reason and serious reason you gave a guy the silent treatment.
Wait, say it again?
A petty reason and a serious reason you gave a guy the silent treatment.
Silent treatment.
I'll just be done talking.
A petty reason and a serious reason?
I guess that's
I'm saying when he tried to talk to you, you just be like,
Like like in person type of thing?
yeah.
I don't do that. That's childish.
It is,
Yeah, I don't do that.
but
Just with the phone, you just ignore it.
I will ghost people, but not on purpose. But it's like, if you
How
know
you
you
not
should be
doing it on
texting.
purpose?
Because I be forgetting to text people back. And then it'd be like literally 2 3 weeks. And they're like, hey. And I'm like, shit, hey. Like, my bad.
Sorry, girl.
But no, I don't do that. Because if you try to talk to me, I'm not just, I'm not 6. Like,
Right.
I'm about to sit and even if I don't agree with what you're saying, I'm just gonna hear you out. I'm gonna sit there and okay you till you're done, and I'm gonna go back to whatever I was doing.
No, for real.
You know?
I'm definitely okay.
I'm okay. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Jack. I hear you, and I understand what you're saying. Thank you for sharing.
So can a guy you dating do that for like
Yeah.
3 days? Like, oh, I forgot to text you for like 3 days.
Yeah, because I date grown men, and they be busy.
Big.
People shit and piss every day. Now you can get your phone.
And you definitely can. And if you choose not to, that's a sign. And it's like, cool. And you text me back 3 days. Oh, babe, I was busy. I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. This, and that. And if you just text me, hey, then I'm not going to respond. Because, like, obviously, whatever you was doing for that 3 days, you didn't feel like you need to tell me or, like, expound on your absence. So that's, you know, what it is.
It's like
You
whatever,
remember that?
it's whatever you come back with.
Right.
Right. So like if you dug off for 3 days, like she said, like, if you dug off for 3 days and you come back and be like, yo, this is what was going on.
Right.
I need to take time for myself or something
Right.
like that. And it's like, okay, I hear you, that's what's up. But then if you just come back and be like,
What
so what you doing for dinner tonight?
Right. Like, not with you.
Nothing.
Chilling.
Like saying
I
I'm
ain't
coming
doing
with the
shit.
same energy.
Right.
I don't go for that. They're too busy shit. Like, I work more than most motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when a motherfucker tell me, I'm like, you don't even be busy than me. Like, how the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
So I don't go for that.
I'm not married, so I'm not expecting anybody to dedicate more time to me than they feel like they should. But when I get married, then yeah, where you at? I'm gonna have your location anyway. I'm about to call you. If you're not down the street at 6:25 like you usually are, I'm about to call you. But that's different. You know, I'm not married.
I think I only go hard if I hit you up. Like, I don't necessarily be like, I guess now, like in the talking stage, you want them to think about you and stuff too.
Yeah.
But if I hit you up and then you didn't respond for 3
Right.
days, it's like
That would be like, what the fuck? You
Yeah.
definitely have your phone.
yeah,
At least say I'm busy.
yeah.
Leave me alone. Something. Like
Yeah,
say something.
F you, like
Right.
something.
But ignoring, because like I know you got your phone. Everybody got their phone.
I know you saw my message, bro.
You had to put your GPS to get Popeye.
Hello.
And you could have said something.
You
A
see
heart, the little reaction.
right? Something.
Something.
Yeah. So I know you alive, and then like don't.
Right, I be saying that. Like, so I know you.
Let me know you
good.
alive.
Like,
Yeah, because that's gonna be where my
appreciate
mind go before I get mad. I'm gonna be like,
it. I start to
you
worry.
alright? Like I'm gonna think of the worst
Literally.
stuff for real.
I don't even think about that shit. I'll be like, oh, she on some other shit. I'll be like,
I literally be
I
like,
don't
he's
give a fuck
dead in
about
the
no
street.
safety,
Like,
You
he's
on
trapped in a
bullshit.
car.
Okay.
I be
Right,
right, worse. I be
for
thinking
real.
of
I be
what's on
like-
the bridge.
I'll be
Like,
like, bro, fair and faith, bro, fair and faith. Can't be scared. Don't be scared.
literally, I'd be like, can't pray in word. Let me pray real quick.
Mhm.
And that's what I be telling myself. Can't pray in word. Let me just get this over with and move on with my day.
Yes.
And then they call me. Like, oh, thank God.
Mhm. I hate that though. Don't disappear.
Right.
Like if I text you, don't.
Right.
Is you good, bro? Like you alright?
Something.
Say something. Don't just disappear. I'll be gone.
Like, never text me again. Okay, it's good. I'm glad you're alive.
Right.
Like, that's it.
As long
Now I
as
don't
your
have to
fingers
worry about
work.
you. Now I don't have to worry about you. Like,
Tell me you hate me. That's fine.
right.
Tell me something.
Okay, so quote said, a hungry stomach, an empty wallet, and a broken heart can teach you the best lessons of life. So I guess give me an example.
You said a hungry stomach
Empty wallet and a
wallet.
broken heart.
will teach you the best lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And you say give you an example.
Yeah, one of them. For having a broken heart or an empty wallet or.
Oh. Well, I'm homeless right now. I'm staying in a hotel. And I have all these jobs because I need to get a place to stay. And I feel like God has been talking to me the most in this season in my life. Because I haven't even been claiming that I've been struggling. I know most of my friends don't even know that I'm homeless type thing. And it's like, I'm not hiding anything. But when they ask me if I'm okay, I say yes. Because it's like, if I really need their help, I will ask. Like, I asked for help moving my stuff out of my apartment. You know, I asked if I need gas money. Like, I asked for an ear if I need to talk to people. But I'm never just like, these days, I will say I used to, but these days, I don't really just sit there and like gripe on a situation. Like, oh my God, I'm homeless. Like, how this happened? Why am I homeless? Why would God do this? No, it's just like, okay, now I gotta find somewhere to stay. You know, so I get another place to stay. And while I'm doing that, I'm about to go make some music. I'm about to go, you know, make some content. I'm about to go do this.
Yes.
Because, like, why would I occupy my time like I used to, just sitting in my sadness, literally like wasting myself away in thoughts that don't even exist. And I had a whole real tangible reality, like I had actual joy sitting in my life, and then I was ignoring it because I was choosing to focus on like other shit. So it's like right now, and like the space that I'm at, I've been happier than I've ever been, and I really can't even believe it because I'm like, most people look at my life like, damn, she's down bad, you know, like I don't understand like how she's smiling, like why is she smiling, type of thing. But it's like I'm smiling because I have opportunity to change the situation. Like this has been the biggest lesson I've been given right now. Like, and my birthday's coming up, so it's like,
when your birthday?
September 5th.
Oh, Liddy.
Yeah.
My August 5th.
Hey,
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I think every time my birthday come around, the biggest gifts I be getting from God is lessons. And this biggest lesson now is that I'm learning that I'm bigger than the situation because God is bigger than the situation. And if I got God with me, then there's nothing I can't do, literally, there's nothing I can't do.
Amen.
And if I don't claim that struggle, then I won't be struggling. If I
Amen.
focus on God and I keep my faith, then I'm going to be where I need to be. Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. So the reason I'm in this situation is because I'm supposed to be somewhere else, supposed to learn from this.
Amen.
So that's right now. Empty wallet.
So you haven't asked nobody, can I stay with you? Or
Yeah, I stay with my friends and stuff. Like, I got a sugar daddy right now paying for my hotel and stuff. This is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like, you know, I'm paying for it too. Like I have like a little money saved up and stuff. But I just don't like bothering people. Like I don't like to be a burden either. And I feel like my own dad won't even let me stay with him. Like it's just weird asking strangers for help type shit. You know, like
They'll
not
be
my
the first ones to help you though.
And that's what I'm learning. So I still didn't let that hold me back. Like, you know, my pride. Thinking that like why would they want to help me? They do because they care about me.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's another way of like being able to give love and not knowing how to receive it. Because the people around me want to help me, and by me not telling them, I'm depriving them of that connection to give me love, and that's what I realized. So I told a few of my folks, you know, what was going on, and like they check up on me, like, hey, you good for the night? Like, you got somewhere to stay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I appreciate it, you know. Or sometimes I'm like, yeah, I need to sleep on the couch. I'm like, yeah, like pull up, you know. And so, you know, it'd be like that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't be claiming struggle no more.
You shouldn't.
Like, I got delivered from that.
Delivered.
Delivered.
Okay, a decision you may not be proud of and the best decision you ever made.
Okay. A decision I wasn't proud of. Does that be recently or just in general?
Whatever comes to mind.
Cheating on my, no, I didn't cheat, but I broke up with him, and then I was like around the streets.
That's cheating.
No, I wasn't cheating because we weren't together.
I'm saying if a woman break up with you and she go fuck another nigga, that's cheating.
No, it's not.
No, it's not, because it's like I wasn't involved with
Y'all
them.
not together.
She broke up with you because she wanted something new. Like,
But she ain't doing what she was with.
No,
you.
I didn't break up with him because I wanted to go. I don't even know why I said cheating. That's not what I meant. Because I was gonna say I broke up with them and I was sleeping around after I broke up with them, and that hurt his feelings, obviously.
So you broke up with him. What you break up with him?
Because, well, I broke up with him because I was scared. It was the same guy. I broke up with him because I was scared and I didn't want to get too serious. And I was like, oh my God, like he's gonna try to marry me, and like we're gonna get divorced, and then it'll be so with mom and dad. And so it was like internal fears I wasn't really trying to face. And so I told him like I just need to know who I am and this and that.
Yeah,
and so I broke up with him. And then I guess I don't
it's
know.
not you, it's me.
Yeah,
I
type
define
shit.
myself.
Yeah, and because I just literally didn't know that I wasn't able, or I really felt like I didn't deserve the love he was giving me because I had never had it type of thing. And it's like, it was so good, like, I was worried that I was going to fuck it up, so I was just like, let me just, like, save him. Like, let me save him from living with me, like, for his life type shit. That's what I was kind of thinking. But I didn't want to say that because it didn't feel like the truth. It felt like I was just playing a victim. So I made him the victim unconsciously.
I feel somebody like that.
Just a savage.
No, I was just confused. And that was the worst decision I ever made. And the best decision I ever made was moving up here 2 years ago from Mississippi. Because that's like, I feel like my music actually started to like set in stone. Like the dreams and visions I have for myself come to fruition. So yeah.
So would you ask that guy who you so in love with to like, could you stay with him?
He's in Hawaii.
He in Hawaii?
He's working in Hawaii. We actually talked today. I'm probably gonna call him when I leave.
Okay.
She gonna cry in the car and shit.
No, I'm not gonna cry.
No, you heard.
We've been talking. We've been talking, like since then. We started talking like a few months ago, like 6 months ago. Like for the first time, like after everything happened. But yeah, we like friends. Like he's so cool. He's the reason that him and my mom, or I would say him and my mom and God are like part of the reason I am who I am. Because I realized like I was running from him because he was what I needed, and I didn't realize that. And so now, like that, I realize he is who he is, and I am who I am. I learn from him all the time. Like I let him teach me how to love, type of thing. So
I dated a girl like that, and guess what she did? She did that shit every time we got back together. She sabotaged every single time we got back together about 4 times. She always found a reason like to fuck it up.
why did you let her come back that many
I was in
times?
love with her. Like you just love somebody so much, you just be like, damn, let me try one more time. And you just like, okay, well maybe she did learn. And you get together, then it just don't ever work, man.
So,
Well, hopefully it will. Like if you fix yourself, like you know what I'm saying.
Somebody I know was just talking about that with me today. Like, he like one time I told her like, don't hurt me, bro. Like,
That's
don't
literally
play
what he
with
told
me.
me.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
but
flashback.
she keep doing the same thing. Like, she's
That's what he said.
come, and he'd be like, she don't even come back chill. Like, hey, let's talk. She come back like, I'm ready to have your baby. I can't wait till we get married.
That's definitely
like,
called love bombing.
That's crazy.
That's so.
I've only ghosted like one person, but it was like I knew we wasn't talking or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't shit at that point in time. Did not want to.
I was like,
What?
self-awareness is important.
Yes,
For
I
real.
knew that. And
Yeah.
like I had sex with him when I was having sex with him. He looked me in my eyes and I saw love and I was like, oh hell.
Oh.
What does that look like?
That's what he said
I don't
too.
know.
You
Bruh,
can,
you
can
can
see.
tell.
Yeah. You can see.
It's
It's
like
like
look, it's right. It's just like clouds and rainbows,
yes.
and you see the future, and like,
yes,
you
like
be like, oh,
I
I'm
was
trying to
like,
get nut.
for real. I had waited a really long time. We was tight for a long time before I ended up having sex with him. And I didn't really, like, I loved our relationship, our bond, but it wasn't like we were together. But we were together so often that people just was like, them niggas probably together, type stuff. But I finally had sex with him and he did that. Boy, he ain't here for
He was
me.
waiting.
What? I was gone. I was out of here.
You ghosted him?
What?
No.
Until like late,
No,
which is crazy.
he was
He's
in
like married.
love.
He married now with a baby. He got a stepdaughter, and I'm so happy for him. But like we talked before. No, it wasn't. No, it was not. That wasn't for me. That's not my man.
So it wasn't good then?
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
It's not that it wasn't good. It was straight. It wasn't
She was
great.
straight.
Yeah.
So you think it was good? You wouldn't have.
It was
Emotions
just
probably
at
wasn't
that
in.
point in time I was not shit. Like I knew that I wasn't shit. I didn't plan on being shit. I didn't want to be shit for nobody. That was just what I was. Ain't shit. So that was my whole stage. Living my life, doing what I want to do.
That's crazy. Cause I was the same way, but I was still willing to have sex with people. That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
I was having sex, but don't love me.
That's crazy though, cause it's like
Let me be a hoe. Why is you trying to cuff me?
That's what I'm.
I was like that too.
I didn't want. I saw that, but when we talked about it, I told him, and he was like, "What?"
So love in your eyes, nigga. I ran.
He was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I saw. Like, I know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about." And he was like, "What the fuck?"
He kind of played it off like it wasn't like that.
He was just like you crazy, like you tripping or whatever. Because at that point, I kind of was like, but it was like I think at that when we was talking, I was kind of lit too. We was at a party. There was a lot of parties back then.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like I was kind of like, dang, like I wish I talked to you and going back and like
Right, instead of just
like
leaving.
addressing it. Yeah, just addressing it. But I'm like, because I think at that point he had started talking to somebody else that I knew. I'm like, y'all talking? Dang, that's crazy. That could have been us. And he was like, yeah,
I told
it
you.
could have been.
Could have been you.
But you playing.
What you wearing?
I was shit.
Gotta go,
I
gotta
saved
go, gotta
that
go.
man. God bless him and his family.
Period.
Ooh.
Okay, I guess
Shout out to the fam.
Hello.
Do your thing, Katie.
Is there anything that we didn't ask you that we should have asked you that our audience needs to know about you before you
Y'all can follow me on all social media at Doe Doris 222. I have music on all streaming platforms. I have a few singles out, Trinity and P&D, that everybody likes. So I'm sure y'all will like it too. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I like it.
Okay, literally is no pressure, man. We gonna see y'all next week and we out. Okay, we're gonna pause like 5 seconds for the picture. Okay, appreciate it.
It's like those freeze frames